Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another CSGO video. So, this is gonna be one video of a kind of a three-part series. So, as you guys know, the major just finished. I'm actually recording this Monday. I don't know when you guys will see it. But this is the Monday right after Sunday, the finale of MLG Columbus. And as you guys know, I actually did attend. And you guys can see I have a little pin here. I'll talk about it all through this episode. So, today, this video specifically is going to be an all ranting video. I'm going to talk all about the final, the major, everything that happened. There's going to be two other videos coming up. Another video will be a capsule opening, and the third video will be a mini vlog. So it's not going to show my face, and it's not going to even be my voice. It's just going to be kind of recording special moments during it. So this is the first video, probably the longest and most boring, but if you actually care about professional CSGO, you'll definitely want to stick around because I've got many things to say. So quickly, let's just kind of get it over with. Luminosity, the Brazilian team, won this major, and I'm not going to say that I'm happy about it because then I would be lying. In the final, it was Navi, Luminosity, and Luminosity won, but we'll talk about that once we get to the bracket. So before we get to the bracket, I did get the silver trophy, which I'm very, let me say a couple more varies, salty about it. And you guys will see why in a second. But I just want to say the actual major itself was super fun. And again, you guys will see the vlog for that later. But something that made me amazingly happy was getting this bad boy. So as you guys know, at majors you can buy pins. At this major they had one free one for everybody, and guess which one I got? The genuine Guardian Elite pin. Now there is another Guardian pin that is just a genuine Guardian pin. I have the Guardian Elite pin. This is the most special and most expensive pin. Most of the pins go for $50 to $100. This could go over $200. But since it's such a special pin, I used it on my account. So of course these are non-tradable. But yeah, guys, this is the most special pin, and I was super lucky to get it. Also, when these went on sale, I bought a bunch of them. So again, we'll do an opening later on. And while I was at it, my friend traded me a factory new Aquamarine Revenge. It's kind of a long story, but the point is my friend unboxed this, and I said, look, that's my favorite skin. I will literally do anything for it. And he was very generous. I traded him like a $20 AK, and he gave me this $40 AK. So big shout out to you, Curtis. I see you, Curtis. Thank you for that. That is seriously generous of you. This is awesome. So guys, let's get into the pick'em, probably the thing you guys all are wondering. Now, I'm not going to talk about the fantasy team too much because, as you can see, I did really bad first day. I did still bad second day. Third day, I totally messed up. Navi's not even playing, so I messed up terrible. Second day, it was okay. Crims was terrible. Flusha was terrible because they both got kicked out. Hayes did terrible. And I ended up not even voting these 2 days because I said, screw it, I am not going to get anywhere near percent. And even if I do get in, it'll probably be bronze. And you know what? I don't even want that bronze. But the team pick'em is where it is at. Now, earlier I said that I was very salty about getting the silver, and you can look at this number right here and tell why I am very salty. I am 1 point away from the gold. 1 point away. Any of these matches, if I got one more right anywhere, I would have gotten the gold. And a lot of people are complaining, oh, I'm 2-3 points away. Okay, you know what, whatever. I am 1 point away. You do not realize how close that is. So, 3 of my friends on my friends list played: Nashi, me, and my friend Maybear. My friend Maybear didn't even try, obviously. Me and Nashi were really the only ones that actually tried. And I'm actually kind of salty because he actually was lower than me. I was like top 4%, he was like top 5%. But the final, obviously I picked wrong, that's why I got the silver. But yeah, you can see the point here. He got 75. You need 75 to get gold. He was right on the spot. I was 1 point away. Now, I could sit here and talk about how salty I am forever because I could, but at some point I'm gonna have to just grow up and get over it. Really, I just have to get over it. But you guys can tell that I missed the final, and I will talk a lot about the final because I am salty. Now, again, I want to say this. I'm not ungrateful. The major was amazing. But the games itself was salty. Okay, let's go through each one. Flipside versus Nip. It was the easy Nip. Luminosity versus Mouse Sports. Easy Luminosity. They ended up winning. So, Liquid versus FaZe. Once again, easy game for Liquid. I'm going to get more in detail about the ones later here. Not really here, because these are kind of simple games. Team Envious versus Counterlogic Gaming. One upset. Everyone thought Envious was going to win. Nope. Counterlogic ended up doing pretty good, and they actually went pretty far. But I'll talk about that later. Astralis versus Gambit. Easy Astralis. Navi versus Cloud9. Easy Navi. And Virtus.pro versus G2. I honestly thought G2 was going to take it, but Virtus.pro, once again, they showed up. No idea why, but they showed up. So I ended up missing the Envious and the G2, but you know what? I said it doesn't matter. I only lost 2 points. I'm missing 1 from the gold, but I'm not going to talk about that too much. Mouse Sports versus Flipside. This game was insane. They broke the record for overtimes. They went to overtime 5. And they both just kept beating each other out. In the end, Mouse Sports won. Once again, if they would have won, I would have got the gold, but it's okay. FaZe Clan versus Splice. Easy FaZe Clan. Envious did terrible this this tournament. Envious versus Gambit Gaming. Gambit and Splice are the 2 worst here, and Gambit won? Envious did trash. Honestly, Envious, come on now, but... Again, another upset. G2 versus Cloud9. I picked Cloud9 because I actually had faith in them once again. But, don't have faith in Cloud9. G2 won somehow. So, again, got it wrong. Nip versus Luminosity. Easy Luminosity, in my opinion. Fnatic versus Team Liquid. Probably my biggest upset. While I'm recording this, I am actually wearing a Fnatic t-shirt. No, you can't see it, but I'm legit wearing a Fnatic t-shirt. I'm very sad about this, but... I'm not going to lie, Team Liquid did amazing, and I'll talk about them later on. So, another upset, easy Astralis, easy Navi. Now we're getting to the last day of the group stages. Nip versus Mouse, easy Nip. Fnatic versus FaZe Clan, easy Fnatic. Counterlogic versus Gambit, easy Counterlogic. And Virtus.pro versus G2, easy Virtus.pro. Now, we're getting into the quarterfinals and semifinals, which are the most exciting parts. Navi versus Nip, easy Navi. Again, Navi and Luminosity did amazing, but we'll talk about them later on. Astralis versus Fnatic. I honestly thought Fnatic was going to win, but Astralis shut them out. I know this is a cheap way of saying it, but I'm pretty sure Olaf Meister was actually injured his wrist. He couldn't play as well. He's their star player. Fnatic did not show up. I've watched 3 or 4 majors, and Fnatic has won most of them. The one I attend, Fnatic doesn't win. I'm kind of salty, but you know what? It's okay. Team Liquid versus Counterlogic. Now, if you're talking about hype, this was probably the most hyped up game this tournament because NA versus NA. Everyone wants to see NA. This is the first tournament in NA. Everyone wanted to see it. And Team Liquid did good. They won. They won against Counterlogic, and I'm very happy. Team Liquid did amazing. And lastly, Luminosity versus Virtus.pro. This is here the only game that Luminosity even lost a map. I'm pretty sure Luminosity played 9 maps. They lost 1 map to Virtus.pro. Everywhere else, they won 2-0 or they just won the best of 1. So in the end, it was Navi, Fnatic, Liquid, and Luminosity. So this is pretty good. 2 probably favorite teams, 1 NA team, which no one expected, and Luminosity, which I used to like, to be honest, but I can't say that anymore. Okay, so up here, Navi versus Astralis. Now, in my opinion, it was a very easy pick, Navi, because Navi is very good. Astralis tends to choke, and Astralis didn't choke, they just played bad in general, and of course, Navi won. Easy game. Team Liquid versus Luminosity Gaming. Now, this was probably the second most hyped up game, just because it's NA versus America. Everyone wanted NA to win. Well, okay, this is SA, NA, America, whatever. Everyone wanted Liquid to win. In my vlog, you'll see there are people chanting USA. They're just booing like Luminosity down. It's just terrible. But this was probably the most surprising game of all. Now, I'm going to go on about this game because this game was a doozy. Alright, Liquid did insane until they choked. And when I mean choke, just think of the hardest choke of your life. They did terrible up at the end. Here's what happened, guys. Team Liquid took Luminosity to 15 points. You guys gotta remember, to win the game you need 16. 15 points. Luminosity, first map, had 9. 15, 9. They had to get one more point to win the map. And of course, these are up here, these are best of 3, so 3 maps. Luminosity came back 6 points in a row into overtime and beat them in overtime. So you know what? Very hard choke already. But you know what? Team Liquid can bring it back, correct? No, not correct. They took Luminosity 15-6. Even harder, 15-6. This was easy map for Liquid. Nope. Luminosity got 9 rounds in a row, took it to overtime, and beat them in overtime. 2 maps, 2 chokes, 2 times beaten in overtime. I don't know if this was a throw, but wow. Team Liquid, probably the biggest underdog, took Luminosity to 15 points twice, and they just couldn't finish them off. Oh, that game. This game was insane. So obviously, Navi versus Luminosity in the end. And, in my opinion, it was a very easy pick. Of course, Navi was going to win. Astralis is really good. If Navi stomped a really good team, and Luminosity was having trouble against a small NA bad team, this is easy Navi, correct? Apparently not, because Navi choked hard, and I'll even explain the rounds that they lost. Now, again, Navi is, if you don't count Fnatic, Navi is number 1, Luminosity is number 2. Again, if you forget about Fnatic, but I don't want to talk about Fnatic, they did bad. But it was an easy Navi win. Navi has crushed everybody coming into here. Luminosity has crushed everybody too, but Navi is just way better. Navi even had a harder pool. Maybe. Anyway, Navi, it was such an easy pick. Navi versus Luminosity. Even CSGO Lounge, it was like 60-40 for Navi. Everyone on the pick'em, or most people, voted for Navi. But first map, Mirage. Navi won, I'm pretty sure, something like 12-3. Or, no. It was 11-4. Actually, remember, it was 11-4 for Navi. Everyone said, great, they can just finish out the first map. No. They acted like Team Liquid, and Luminosity gained like 9 points. So it was like 15-11. Navi finally got their crap back together and actually took it to overtime, 15-15. There, they went to overtime 1 and tied again. So they are in overtime 2. And Navi just played terrible. There's 2 rounds specifically that they lost. Now just imagine I'm pretty sure it's something like 16-18. Obviously if Luminosity gets 1 more point, they win. Or it was 16-17 for Luminosity. So, what happened was, a player named Flamey on the Navi side bought an automatic, or an auto sniper. That gun is amazingly strong if you know how to use it. It can shut down entire teams. Actually, Get Right, a player off NIP, got an ace on Inferno with it a couple games beforehand. But Flamey got it. And to be honest, here's what happened. Flamey was at boxes near CT spawn on Mirage. He was waiting with an auto sniper for the T's to come out Alley and Palace. He was aiming at Alley. Luminosity had a 5-man stack on T side coming through Alley. You would think, oh, easy win. But no. A millisecond before they came out, Flamey switched to Palace. Luminosity saw him at boxes. Flamey got down and hid, peeked to get them, headshotted Flamey. Lost that round. Literally, if Flamey would have just not switched, he would have mowed down 5 Luminosity members and probably taken the map. I'm guaranteed they probably could have taken that map. But no, Flamey messed up with the auto sniper. But you know what? It's okay. Maybe they can win next round, right? Well, Navi once again messed up badly. Obviously, if you guys don't know, in CSGO there's 2 sites, an A site and a B site. You're kind of supposed to protect both of them because the T's can go anywhere. What happened was Navi very, 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 very stupidly just forgot about B site. This never happens in pro games. Never. There was 4 on A, 1 on B. The one on B got headshotted. There is no one on B site. Luminosity, the easiest takeover of a site I've ever seen in my life. Navi tried to come back on site, got demolished. They left B site completely open. I don't know why you would do that. You're Navi, the most strategical team in this entire tournament. You're one of the best. And you leave that open? So obviously, Navi came, I'm pretty sure they came in with an advantage, and Luminosity just won 2 rounds that they really shouldn't have. And then, since Navi was broke after that second round, Luminosity took the third one. That's it. That's it. They lost. I swear, they were on an advantage. They lost 2 rounds in a row that they weren't supposed to. All you would have to do is not mess up with that auto sniper and not let B site just be taken over so easily, and you would have won first map. And I'm telling you, if they would have won a first map, they would have gone into Overpass, which is Navi's one of best maps. Luminosity picked Mirage. Navi picked Overpass. Navi almost took Mirage. I'm telling you, if they would have taken Mirage, Luminosity would have been heartbroken, and they would have lost Overpass. And that's easy win for Navi, easy gold for me. But you know what? That did not happen. Luminosity played well. Navi played like crap. Luminosity took Mirage. And you could see the players on Navi were devastated. You could see Seized holding his forehead just in shame. Guardian was just crying, and like, it was terrible. But you know what? Everyone thought maybe they could win second map and take it to third and win. But no, Navi played the worst game of their life. They were just so depressed and beaten, they didn't do anything. They lost their own pick, 16-2. 16-2. Or it was 16-3, 16-2. Either way, they got beaten terribly. So that's 2-0 for Luminosity, and they won the final. That's it. Again, I'm very disappointed in Navi. Terribly disappointed that they lost. They should have not lost. But what happened. And again, I'm not disappointed in myself, because to be honest, I got most picks right. I got most of these right. This is the day where I messed up a lot. All of these right, other than one here, which was an upset right, and both of these right. All I needed was one more, and I failed. 1 point away from the gold. 1 point. But once again, I'm very disappointed in Navi. But I do not like Luminosity Gaming. Luminosity was one of my favorite teams before. They were generous. They were nice players. I don't like them anymore. And you could just say, "Oh, you're just salty because of this." Yeah, actually, that kind of sums it up for me. I am very salty. I don't like them anymore. Their players are insane. They played amazingly. And you know what? I do have to say this. They deserve it. They really do deserve it. They played out of their minds. Taco and FNX showed up. Coldzera had the best performance of his life. Fallen, insane in-game leader, and opt his life away. They did amazing. And Fur, it wasn't his best, but he did very good. Enough to keep up and to win this tournament. So, yeah, that's kind of my little rant about the teams. And the All-Star Team America and All-Star Team Europe, that was very, very cool too. It wasn't like a real game. It was kind of like just a messing around game. On Team America, it was Hiko, Simple, Shroud, Skadoodle, and Tarek. 2 from Cloud9, 2 from Liquid, and 1 from CLG. And on Team Europe, I forgot, but I think it's MacLeod, Rain, Get Right. Who was it else? I completely forgot. I tried to remember before this. Who was in it? Nico. And there was one other person. Guys, I'm sorry that I can't remember this other person. But yeah, Team America ended up taking it, which was very nice. Team America got like to a 6-0 lead. And then they started doing bad after. But they ended up taking it, which was very, very cool. So that's kind of the pick-up. Again, the fantasy team I just kind of gave up on because I did terrible. And yeah, that was pretty cool. So again, this is probably the first video you're going to see The second video is probably going to be the capsule opening, and the third video is probably going to be the vlog. Again, got this Guardian pin. But yeah, I think that's kind of my little rant done and over with. By the way, I did get my gold Operation Wildfire coin, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if I showed you guys, but I did get a new knife, a Karambit Crimson Web Well Worn. Now, I might say this knife looks kind of crappy, but you know what? It actually looks pretty cool in-game. I think better than a Doppler Bayonet Factory New, but... Alright guys, my throat actually hurts from talking for so long, so I think this video is going to have to end here. So guys, if you enjoyed, make sure to like and comment as this supports my channel, and I'll see you guys later. God bless, and goodbye.